Hey guys, this is Ron with Doolittle. I just wanted to reach out and touch base with you today. I want to talk to you today about the Masterdump, the 82x14, but I also want to come to you from a different direction, just rather than just features and benefits. Let me talk to you about the coupler. It's zinc plated, it's adjustable, it's been forged, it's auto latching, so it's really simple. You hook up into it, you're ready to go, you're in here, it slides down over your ball, it latches on, you hook it. It's a 2-minute process and you're good to go. I'd like to talk to you just a little bit about the removable chains here. Now in the past, many times, my dad used to get after me because I didn't want to mess with the chains and I just throw them over there, and the next morning they'd be frozen. So the first thing that I had to do, first thing in the morning, was go dig them out of the ice. Doolittle has learned from that experience. They made it to where they're removable. You slide this pin out right here, you can change the whole thing. Another one of the coolest things about it as well, for those 14 or 15-year-old boys that don't want to do their work, is they made a latch back here. You're able to latch on and latch off. It keeps it out of the mud, it keeps it out of the ice, and it keeps your dad off your butt. All right. Let me talk to you about this bolt and jack here. It's a 12K jack. It has 4 bolts on it. It has the ability to be interchanged. You can change it out and you can put a new one on. My dad used to get really upset. Once again, his 14-year-old son would leave that down just a little too far and he'd crash into it, it'd be bent, and then he'd have to take it to the shop, get it cut off, a new one welded on. Doolittle took the hardness out of that, the hard part of that out, made it to where you bolt it on, you bolt it off. Very simple. I'll also talk to you just a little bit about the lockable toolbox. If you're like me, at the end of the day, you want it to be able to get done. You want to just pick all your tools up, throw them in. So that happens with you as well today, I'm sure. So within the toolbox, we have a plastic cover, a plastic box that covers the Interstate battery. It's a deep cycle battery. It's a long-lasting battery. So it's built in to cover it up. So at the end of the day, when you're throwing your tools into it, you throw it into it, but that battery is protected. All right? Just a little bit. Also, I want to talk to you about the 3-way controller. The built-in, now this is probably the premier thing that I absolutely love. This controller has the ability to power up the bed. It also has the ability to power down the bed. But if you're cheap like I am, you want to save on that battery life, it also has a gravity down. So it just comes down and that will extend your battery life by 50%. So this is the thing though that I really love. It's a remote. So you're out there and it's raining really crazy, and this remote will power up a KTI pump. Now this KTI pump is the #1 pump in the United States. It's heavy duty. It will last the lifetime of your Masterdump. All right, so back to the remote. You're sitting in your truck. It's the end of the day. You want to get the load off of your trailer. You got a crap of stuff on that back of it, and you're just wanting to get home. Well, it's raining, so you're backed up to exactly where you need to dump it. You can run this out all the way up. After you went back and unlatched it, you run it all the way up. You run it all the way down. You know what? If you wanted to spread some gravel, you can do it from the confinement of your truck, the ease of your truck as well. Now just a little bit as well, while we're still right here, we've got a 12-volt charger. The ability to charge this as you're plugged in. Let me grab it out here, find it. All right, here we go. As our 7-way plug is plugged into the back of the truck, we trickle charge. It has the ability to charge that same battery. At the end of the night, if it isn't charged enough for you, your ability to plug in your 110 plug it right in here. You're good to go. You're set to go for the next morning. One of the greatest and foremost concerns that Doolittle has is the safety issues. Because we know that we all get into a hurry and get things done here and there. We want to be safe for you and your family, from our family of manufacturers to your family of users. And in that same mode, that same vein of thought, is we have a safety prop rod. The ability that if you're working on it, you're getting in underneath it, or it's going to be setting up for a while, that the ability to take this and you can then be able to get to where you need to be without any worries of yourself getting hurt or any of your employees getting hurt. And along that same thought process is that at the end of the day, when I would be pulling off shingles and everything and I'd be driving home, I was always worried that I overloaded. I always was worried that, because I'm cheap, I want to get the most for my money. And so a lot like you got to do things like that today to be able to stay in business. But one of the greatest things is that Doolittle has not been cheap for you. They've been able to take this 3x6 structure here. It's a 1/4 inch thick. It is a frame that is heavy duty. So you can load everything on it and go down the road without any worries of it twisting or turning or breaking. Also, if you're a short person like I am, I know that there was a song out there a few years back that said short people get no respect. There could be a little bit to that. For in that same thought process, Doolittle has put the steps on all 4 corners. You'll be able to take a look at your load, see what's going on as you're loading it, you're unloading it. For those of us that have that height challenge, we got steps that we can get up and get onto. Along with that same thought process, I wanted to talk to you about this angle right here. And you see how it comes into this right here, and then it wraps all the way back around here. This creates a stability. Doolittle calls it a wrap tongue. That stability is manufactured by a 6-inch C-channel. Now, as we look in here and we see this, we have a RUGBY hoist. Now, Doolittle has partnered with RUGBY. It is the strongest, best made scissor hoist in the United States. It is 6-inch. Now, some of our competitors have 5 to 5.5 inch, but we give 6-inch. And in the thought process that you're going to have it for the rest of your life, that RUGBY has made this to where it's rebuildable. So you're able to take that and 6, 7, 8 years down the road, and it's just a little bit iffy, you can take it in, you can rebuild it. It's not a castaway, it's not a throwaway. This is a lifetime investment for you and a lifetime product for everyone that is out there. Talk just a little bit about that as we go. It is secured. You can take a look right down in here. It is secured with a 5x5 square tube hoist beam. 5 inches by 5 inches of solid sturdiness to be able to give you the security and the knowledge that this, not only is this going to be able to support the weight that is inside of it, it gets it up in the air to be able to get it off. And it's day in and day out. You can take a look at this and you can think comfort at the end of the night. You can say that is a well-built Masterdump. The last thing that I want to talk to you about for just a few seconds here is the Easy Lube DEXTER slipper spring axles. You can kind of take a look into here. These axles are solid. They're maintenance to where you'll be able to have the maintenance to maintain them for a long time. It is also have a 7,000 axles, each one axle. We got 14,000 to be able to support the load that you put on it. You want to have that strength when you get out at the end of the day to know and understand that everything that you put onto it, this trailer has the ability to support it and to get it to your job site and to where you need to get it to dump. Hey guys, another feature, another benefit that I want to point out to you today, especially from the days where I was a roofer, I was a young man, the ability to get all the shingles that I could to get into this. We would go ahead and put extensions on up here, 2-foot extensions up above, all 3 sides. Now the coolest thing that Doolittle has done is they made the tarp be able to come off of that, and as it comes down and it covers your load, because we all want to be DOT perfect, right? All right, so what it does is as it comes down and it covers your load, that tarp has the ability to come down and come to your rub rails, and these rub rails will hit the tarp at any point, so you're able to latch that, keep it tight, keep it secure, so while you're going down the road, DOT has no issues to come after you. Just want to talk to you just a little bit about it while we're right here. The stake pockets. One of the most aggravating things that I had to do was to carve down the 2x4s to make them fit. So Doolittle took that thought into consideration because they're a family that uses it, and they made these pockets standard, so a 2x4 will slip right in there, no issues. You can lift them off, put them back in, no problems whatsoever. Now getting just a little bit into the specifics, this rub rail, it's 1.5 inches tall, it's 3/8 inches thick. It's rugged. It's going to hold your tarp in place to where you absolutely no issues about that. If you would, move down here and let's take a look at this right here. Now this, to me, looks rugged, it looks solid, it's going to be there for a lifetime. The reason behind that is because it's a heavy duty, it's a double broke. We've got 2 bends in it that strengthens it. We've got this right here that holds it in tight to where you don't have to worry about going down the road and something flying up and knocking your fender off. It's there to stay. Once again, Doolittle uses these. They use from experience. They know what they're doing to put it all together. It also has this teardrop to it. the ability to fit. And you know what? There's tons of specifications about why they did it, but for me, I'll just be honest with you. It's just cool looking. It's solid. It's going to be there. A little bit here as we go in is a 3-inch channel, the cross members. If we can get in here and see this, we got 3-inch channels on the cross members up underneath. They're set on 16-inch centers, all right? Just like your house. Just picture your house and a wall that is being built. That wall is built on 16-inch centers to be able to withstand whatever goes on throughout the lifetime. In the same manner, the design has been brought into the bed of this to be able to withstand the loads and the abuse and everything that we put our trailers through as we go out day by day. The floor, it's a 10-gauge floor, solid, sturdy, going to be there for your lifetime. The sides, 11-gauge, also being strong and sturdy, so that when you throw those rocks and you throw those stones and you throw those tree stumps into it, that it may take a beating, but it's there for a lifetime. Hey guys, I want to talk to you about a few more of the features and benefits that the Doolittle puts into their Masterdump. Let's get down here to the reality of it. This is a 4x4 contained within it, and within this 4x4 is our wiring. Now, I don't know about you all, but when I used to be in the business, I get to the point to where I want to dump everything. And I'd have it up real hard, and about a third of it would come up, and 2/3 would stick. So I'd pull up really quick, and I'd push back really fast to jam it and to get that to slide out. Well, in doing that, on occasion, I was very, very irritated with myself. So what I would do is I would hook the wires underneath the trailer, and I would pull them out. And then I'd have to spend 3 or 4 hours at the end of the night when I should have been with my family. Well, Doolittle, thinking of you and your family, from their family, they encase the wires within this. And the strength of this 4x4 keeps everything from being able to be pulled out or ruined as you're trying to do your work. Now, as you can see here, we have rubberized bumper, rubberized casing around our lights. This gives us the ability to have strength as we're going down the road. It rides in that secure. It rides in it to where there is no bouncing or it doesn't pop these LED lights. Now, I'd like to talk to you just a little bit about the gel connections. Doolittle went out and researched this really, really strong because they wanted the ability to go in and individualize if you do happen to pull a wire loose, to not have to exchange all of your wire harness, but to be able to go in and fix a small fix instead of an expensive large fix. I'd like to talk to you about the spreader gate here. One of our features here, and this is fantastic, especially from a user's point of view. One of the features is it's a 3-way spreader gate, all right? So we have the ability, and I'm going to demonstrate all 3 ways to you, but we have the ability to open the gate out and to spread. We have the ability to take and open this and swing it open, and then it's going to hold it, both sides. And then for those times that you're hauling tree stumps or the obstacles within your trailer that just won't easily slide out, we have the ability to drop it from the front. So it goes all the way down, making a smooth surface so it comes right out. So let me show you what I've been talking about right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to slide this open like this. Now, as you can see right here, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to lift this up, push it all the way back, and it holds it in place. So whatever you're doing, you don't have to worry about this slamming you in the back when you're not paying attention. So we have to do the same thing on this side. We're going to take this around. Now, I just kind of want to concentrate on this for just a second because this is the coolest thing. This has a spring in it that keeps the downward movement. As you can see, I'm putting pressure to pull it up. So you have to have your pressure right here. Now, it's not hard. So you're able to take your door all the way back, pull this up, and hold it in. So what that does is, if by chance you're moving this 6 or 7 feet or 8 feet down the road, this holds this solid, and you don't have to worry about this popping up and it's slamming down inside. All right. So I go ahead and set these for you real quick. I just kind of want to show you something here. Now, this may get me in trouble, but I still want to talk to you just a little bit about it. You know how we're at home, your wives are always after you. They want to help, you know, they want to be with you. And so what I've decided to do is I'm going to get my wife to help right here. So it's heavy duty and it's built really strong, but your wife can help and do it, and you can put her to work. It just easily slams. Anybody can do it, even your 14-year-old son, if you can get him out here to get you to help. So we'll go ahead and slam this side as well. see how that works. Now step over here with you and take a look. When I used to use my dump, I like to use it and spread. Now, there was a few times in my life that my mother-in-law would call and ask me for just a little bit of help. And so after a few minutes of internal debate about whether to help her or not, I decided it would be in my best interest to do it. So what I would do is I would go out, and she wanted her potholes fixed. She wanted them filled up. So I would grab it and fill the dump in it, and then you're able to set these spreader chains at the height that you need to be able to spread that gravel as you get and go down our driveway, or even, you know, sometimes we use it to do it for dirt in our yards as we redo our yards in the springtime. So I was able to do that. As you can see right here, you take this, it goes out just a little bit. It gives you your options to be able to spread. You set your chain at the distance that you want it to do, and it comes back in. I just kind of want to talk to you about the conclusion of that story. Is I made my mother-in-law very happy, and I lived on brownie points for a long time after that. 6 foot side, the rails down under. Now I'm not going to pull them out, but we have the ramps to be able to come on out. And that way that if you're the construction type individual that has skid loaders or farmers or whatever it might take, you're able to let this down and your ramps come out, and you can go ahead and load that skid steer right up inside of it at the same time that you don't have to worry about your safety. You're able to do that. And then you're able to use your remote control that we talked about earlier to lift it up or lift it down at whatever point you need it. Away from you this afternoon. Our D-rings are set on the side of the trailers. And the reason behind this is because always our competition puts them in the floor, and what we wanted to do is to get them up and away from you and your work, because we know that at the end of the day or during the day, you're trying to get that load out of there. And what they would do is they would hang up. So we put these D-rings on the side, so a 2-inch strap, if you need to strap your load in, will fit into these D-rings. It holds your load secure, it holds everything, and yet at the same time, it's tucked away out of the way. So you're able to use it again on a day in, day out basis. About 2 years ago, the Doolittle family made an investment. This investment was in their painting, the ability to take this up to the highest standards of the industry. Now I wanted to go over this feature with you just a little bit in detail, because it is a truly a magnificent thing. Because as you invest in our Masterdump trailers, we know and understand that this is an investment that you have put a lot of forethought into, and that you're going to be able to keep this trailer year in and year out as beautiful as it was on the day that you bought it. Now let me go into the details of that. To start with, they deburr it. They deburr all of the metal. And then they go in and they degrease it. And then they go in and they acid wash it. And then finally on the 4th step, they go in and they rinse it. But that is just the beginning. That is just the prep stages of this paint. So what we have then is we do a 2-part epoxy primer. And then following that, we do a 2-part polyurethane paint. And then following that, it is baked to make sure that that adheres to the metal and it stays there month in and month out, year in and year out. It may scratch, it may chip, but it will wear, so that you don't have to worry about it either sitting in your driveway 2 or 3 years down the road and getting that chalk look, that faded look, because it does not happen. It's going to be just as beautiful as it was on the day that you bought it. It will outshine, it will outlast any other paint, and especially any powder coat. We offer it today in 13 colors. This, as you can see, is one of our most beautiful fall colors. It's an orange color. You'll be able to stand out going down the road. Everybody will see and notice your absolutely amazing Doolittle trailer. Well, now I want you to remember this. Avoid the powder coat peel and rust with epoxy tough. Now as you look at this here, we have a 5-year structural warranty. We have a 1-year bumper to bumper warranty. And we have a lifetime of LED lights. I want to thank you for the time that you've invested in watching this video. I want you to consider us very, very carefully as you go out and you make your next buying decision for a Masterdump or for a dump trailer or a utility trailer or whatever type of trailer it is. If you would please reach out and touch base with us, we would love to be able to supply you with a lifetime trailer that you will be able to use, and not only you, but your children and your grandchildren. This is Ron with Doolittle Trailer Manufacturing. I know and understand that your time is valuable. We at Doolittle know and recognize this. So we want to say a big thank you for the time that you've invested in your research of our Masterdump 8214. Please consider this as well. We also have cargo, we have utility, we have equipment, and deck over trailers for your today needs and for your future needs. I'd like you to think of one last thing as you lay in bed tonight, going over everything that you thought about today. Here at Doolittle Trailer Manufacturing, we make it easy for you.